This is Headhunters. Okay?
You know, that duck detective is really impressive.
Why don't they do a spin-off show?
You know, it's easier to see clues when you're closer to the ground. Too much whimsy! So much whimsy. Show's good, but it's almost exhausting. There's like so much stuff going on.
In this one, we have, I should say, the code was, he's still in the vents, which, as I was going into this one, I was like, ooh, what does that mean? I'm like, oh, they clearly show Larry King is still in the vents. So.
You're a rat. How do you feel about it?
All the celebrities are the real celebrities. Even Sherlock Holmes, I'm amazed they got that. No, that was John Oliver.
But they dug up Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Yes. I love that they got... Larry King will whore himself out for anything, but that's great because he'll also take any joke about him. Some sort of goblin or something, I don't know.
Some sort of bad goblin. I decapitated Larry King.
He's such a good sport. Coolio is in this.
Well, when you're 112, you have to be a good sport by that point.
Coolio is in this, which I imagine
what's up with that?
Yeah, I imagine they just they just put a microphone around him and just followed him around. Hey, get away from me! What's up with that? Ow! And it's like, boom, you got your dialogue. But it's still cool.
That they just dangled a joint in front of him and said, "Here, come here, say this."
So the story's pretty much they find this put away wax museum of all these wax replicas of historical figures and such, and Coolio and Larry King. Although Larry King's kind of a historical figure. Why are we so mean to Larry King? We should stop that. And pretty much they bring them out because Mabel carves this brand new Grunkle Stan one, a Grunkle Stan loves.
Turns out she's really good at it too.
Yeah.
Is both surprising and not surprising.
Yeah.
It's like surprising that, wow, that turned out really good, and it's not surprising because you're like, of course it is, it's Mabel.
Yeah, but at the same time she'll want to make, a pretty princess, pony, horse,
on top of
princess.
Yeah, a pretty princess on top of a pretty princess pony. Yeah.
No, I love the fact that it's like...
I just love the way her mind works.
Yeah, because it's not like
character.
a centaur or something like that. It's a woman on top of a horse. The hands are like human hands, but the feet are like horse feet.
It's like something Sid would have come up with in Toy Story.
Yeah. So that's great, but... Grunkle Stan's wax figure is murdered. He's beheaded, and they're trying to find out, trying to solve this mystery, and it turns out it's actually the wax figures. They've come alive, and they've...
You want to know what's funny about it is when he found... First off, that was a great line, Wax Abraham Lincoln, you've been killed. I'm looking at you, Wax John Wilkes Booth. Yeah. But, Lizzie Borden was next to her. It was like, I'll bet you Lizzie Borden did it. And that ends up being kind of what happens at the end with the other wax figure. I'm like, wow.
What I love about this is that it's kind of a legit good mystery, because supernatural stuff can happen, but you don't know it's like the major focus the whole time, because the last one, the monster was a robot and stuff. So you're kind of watching, it's like, who did it? And you're kind of following, and then it's like the hole in the foot. It's like that's a really, really good clue, and it makes perfect sense. And when you start to put it together, wait, could it be the wax figure? And it's like they come alive just at the time when you realize
I figured it out from the beginning.
Oh, did you?
That I really had no fucking clue. actually, even with the hole in the foot, I was still trying to find some logical way, and I'm just like, I keep forgetting sometimes. It's like, oh yeah, the wax figures can come to life. I should have just... But that's why I wasn't going there in my head. I'm no, it's got to be somebody real. And then when they came to life, I'm like, oh, fuck!
It's the perfect episode to do it with, because you don't quite have this understanding that, anything can happen quite.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, it's just sort of the right balance there. One of my favorite running jokes starts here, which is the free pizza guy. He shows up to this thing wearing a free pizza shirt, and he always wears that shirt from this point on. In every episode, he always has a free pizza shirt.
I like the S falling so that it says...
that's the first...
mystery hack.
Yeah, it's in the opening, but this is the first time, in show, you see the S fall, and now it says mystery
little
hack.
details I didn't notice till just the beginning of this episode. I noticed that the wind... what do you call those? The wind vane? It says what?
Now that I can't believe you didn't notice.
No,
that's in the opening credits. It forms it every single time.
Your eyes go to what's largest on the screen, and it's the top of it. I wasn't looking at the letters, and plus you take things for granted. You expect it to say north, south, east, west, NSEW. it was only when I just sort of stared down and I saw the T there. I'm like, wait, what?
There's also a Bigfoot for a frame when in the opening as well, and the whole before it goes to black, the whole picture with the triangle in the middle and all that. I mean, that you can have a lot of fun with. But that I'll let you discover because not all the answers are there for that one. Yeah, so pretty much. I'm trying to think that the one other little Easter egg I found that made me laugh a little bit was that one of the people they were looking for is called Uncle Phil. And I don't know why they threw an Uncle Phil in there, but it's one of the people they're looking for.
Will.
So, yeah, maybe he just died around that point. I don't know. Maybe the actor died. I had no idea. But, yeah, so that was kind of funny. Yeah, John Oliver's great as Sherlock. Have you seen my magnifying glass?
Well done. Clap slowly, sarcastically. No, that's too sincere. Slower. Yes, that's condescending.
Nice and condescending. And yeah, again, just really some good jokes in this one. Anytime it's funny because we always make fun of Larry King, but it's like he's always great anytime he cameos in anything. I mean, he's like always hilarious. He has a great
truly an awful human being. He's killed 10 people. So.
Well, I mean, everyone knows that, but you know, he ate them so he could stay alive. I mean, that's the way to do it. But again, we just go right back to making fun of him. What has he ever done to like anybody?
He likes a lot of really bad movies. He does.
True.
He does pour himself out. Whenever I see, one of the greatest movies,
Ranger, huh?
one of the greatest movies of the year, Larry King. I'm like, this is gonna suck.
Transformers 12. Yeah, that is kind of true.
Apart from that, though, I have nothing personal against him. He may have been responsible for the Holocaust. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean. A lot.
He's old enough to have been responsible.
It does make me want. I love to see him like just in the middle of an episode, like they're having a bow or something like that. Just suddenly he comes back out of the vent to like bite someone or something.
Yeah, see, I'm wondering how many of these jokes are going to come back because
a lot of them do.
I would like to see that again too. I'd like to see that head come out. I'd like to see the gnomes. My goal is I think I'm going to mention the gnomes in every single
I was just noticing
review
that, yeah.
until I see
come
fucking
back.
gnomes again.
And you're going to be so disappointed. That's the funny thing when they come back. It's like, it's funny, but it's like a throwaway.
Gnomes!
Yeah, so it's, I'm trying to think what else. It was...
All I know is the more we're talking here, the less Gravity Falls I'm seeing.
That is true. We're just stuck on the first frame of the episode, so...
yeah, and I'm curious what's going to happen with this bird on the pine tree.
He's stuck mid-flight, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we'll never know.
Is he going to make it, or is he going to fall to his death?
Until the next episode.
Make it show.